Well, this is Sylvester Roper's 1894 steam-powered motorcycle. Sylvester is often credited with the invention of the motorcycle. His first motorcycle, built in 1859 or 1860, currently in the Smithsonian Institution. This is the last one he made. He made 2 motorcycles and 8 automobiles. And this is based on a high-frame Columbia racing bicycle. And Colonel Pope gave him this bicycle to see what he could do with it. He did this with other people, like Edward Pennington also built a gasoline-powered propelled motorcycle based on a high-frame Columbia bicycle. This one is typical of Roper's work. The crankshaft is the back axle. As I rotate the wheel around, you can see the piston rod, the cylinder, the valve motion right here is what they call an inside admission piston valve. This big box is the boiler. It's what they call a vertical fire tube boiler, which means there are a bunch of vertical tubes in there. They're surrounded with water. The fire goes up through the tubes to generate steam. Roper built this boiler. It's a vertical fire tube boiler, as I mentioned. It has stay bolts in it, which stabilize the sides of the boiler. If you look at it carefully in a raking light, you can see the boiler shell has been bulged out by the pressure inside the boiler. They tested it as high as 450 psi and ran it about 250 psi, and at that pressure it would outrun any horse and climb any hill, they used to claim.
Okay.
With a coal-fired car, it's kind of hard to make the demands on, or a coal-fired bike, it's kind of hard to match the demands on the engine with the regulation of the fire. One of the things Roper did was articulate the exhaust pipe so he could increase the draft. If he came to a stop or wanted to stop and visit with his friends or something, he could turn the exhaust pipe down, which would kill the draft, and it would stop making steam quite so fast. He also had a string that went on this little flapper right here that covered the end of the exhaust pipe. The exhaust pipe comes up through here and sprays down the big tailpipe here, and if you pulled that string, it would cover up the little nozzle in here and kill the spray going through the exhaust and kill the draft. They measured out a mile course on the Dorchester Road in Boston, and in 1896, and Sylvester on board at age 72, he rode this bike a measured mile at an average speed of 40 miles an hour, which was probably the world's land speed record at the time. And 2 weeks later, he took it to the racetrack in Boston and challenged, during the bicycle craze, challenged the Butler brothers, who had the fastest bicycle in the Boston area, a tandem bicycle, and he whipped them big time.
Yeah.
And the management encouraged him to try to attempt a closed course speed record, which he did. And in the course of that, he was putting out some pretty good laps, and he had heart trouble, and he had a heart attack and died on this machine. So the inventor of the motorcycle actually was the first motorcycle fatality. It's a,
oh my goodness.
It's a strange world. That's happened in many, like Gene Bugatti's a good example.
Oh yeah.